This is the Linton Bridge, located in Delray Beach, Florida. This bridge is traveled on by nearly 20,000 vehicles a day and stretches 1,388 feet long. From above, the bridge looks clean and nicely manicured and overlooks the intercoastal. But just below, the bridge displays a whole new life, not normally seen by the ordinary person. The first thing I can't help but notice is the massive amount of graffiti. It's everywhere I look. It seems to surround me, and from what I can tell, most of it looks like tag names used by artists to identify themselves. None of the graffiti appears to be gang-related. The second thing you might notice is that somebody has been down here recently. And from the evidence that I've found, I would conclude that there is possibly a number of homeless people who settle here on a nightly basis. Although admiring the graffiti and enjoying the peace of being alone can be fun and relaxing, it can also be very scary. It's so dark, nobody can see you signaling for help. It's so loud, nobody can hear your screams, and it's so isolated that nobody would find you for days. Just to think about what happened under here throughout the 29 years of its existence is simply horrifying to say the least, which leaves me to tell you about one incident in particular. In 1982, 1 year after the bridge was completed, a 16-year-old boy, in a heated argument with his parents, decided to run away from home, just get on his bike and leave. His parents, not knowing how to respond, decided to wait for his return. As they waited, minutes turned into hours, and they began to worry. As the sun set and the moon began to rise, there was still no sign of their missing son. Then in the late hours of that very night, they frantically contacted the police, who immediately began a search. Days of searching the boys' nearby hangout spots turned up nothing, until finally, many days later, the boy's decomposed body was found here under this bridge, not far from where I'm standing. His shoes and bicycle were never found. With the case gone cold, it seems we will never find out what really happened to him. At this point, we can only speculate. Did someone murder him? Or did he just come down here to get away from his parents and accidentally hit his head, causing fatal consequences? Who knows? But we will leave that for you to decide. Despite some of the negative history of this bridge, the location consistently gives me good, memorable vibes and is truly a brilliant piece of art, which also happens to be located in one of the cleanest and most beautiful cities in the world. So in relation to that statement, I'm going to rate the Linton Bridge in Delray Beach a 7 out of 10 on our Urban Explorer recommendation scale due to its considerably high scare value and its overall amazing beauty.